All India Biotech. All India Power Solutions is a company selling solar products in SAARC countries, and Biotech is an NGO mainly functioning in South, and All India Biotech is a joint venture. So we are into the field of generating electricity or energy from waste. And so what we are looking at, the focus is at redefining waste management, generating green energy, that is biogas, and producing organic fertilizer. Our vision is for a clean, green, and a self-sustained environment. And our mission that promote renewable energy. We are constructing good buildings, we are providing good education for the children, and we are providing so much facilities. But can we tell that we are doing anything for the environment? Are we doing anything to keep our environment pollution free? We have to treat the waste in a scientific way so that we can treat the waste, that is we can protect our environment, and second thing is we can generate energy also. And we are into that field, that is promoting such type of renewable energy, generation of green energy, and thus also production of organic manure and waste disposal at the origin. And in all over the world, there are some places like waste is being carried, likewise in municipal corporations and all, waste is being carried from the places and they are carried to any remote places, sorting out, they are dumping in the open space or either incineration. It is causing a threat to the public, health problem is there, hygienic problem is there, then mosquitoes and various type of flus each and every year. So what we are focusing is the waste is disposing at the source of origin itself. That is decentralized waste treatment. And our programs are waste to energy, then biomanure. Waste to energy is the waste is treated in a scientific way and from that biogas is produced. We all know if we bury anything or any biodegradable thing, if we are buried in the ground, gradually it will degrade. Usually how it will degrade in our earth under the ground, there are microorganisms which will survive in anaerobic conditions, that is the condition in the, that is in the absence of oxygen. So such type of microorganisms are usually doing this thing. So that same process or that same technology is mimicked, and thus the mimicked by our biodigester, and in that the waste is treated, from that biogas is produced. And this methane, if it is released into the environment, it will cause, it is a reason for global warming. And also not only that, the carbon dioxide, we can say that it is also a reason for global warming. In the exhibition, everybody exhibit the same thing only, carbon dioxide threat, global warming, etc. And then deforestation, how we can control deforestation. Like almost all the most of the people in the villages are depending still on firewood for their cooking purposes and all. If we have a such type of a biogas plant in our house, so that we don't have to depend moreover for even for LPG and not for firewood also, so we can control deforestation. Energy conservation, it's high time we have to move from the conventional typical type of conventional sources to the non-conventional sources. Then promotion of degradable plastic, which is also a part in your exhibition that I saw. Then waste to energy projects are waste to electricity, then the biogas from domestic waste, biogas from night soil. Night soil waste means excreta, human excreta, animal excreta. Biogas from waste water also, and also integrated waste treatment. We cannot say that all the waste we are generating is biodegradable. There are not biodegradable, like paper and all are also there. So integrated waste treatment are also there. Then which are the technologies that we are applied to treat all these different type of waste? For easily and slow degradable materials, for example like cooked food materials and this night soil waste and all, we are adopting the technology biomethanization. Biomethanization technology, as I told, like methanogens are a group of bacteria which are growing, which will grow only in the absence of oxygen. That type of microorganisms are used to degrade this our waste, and from that the methanogen bacteria, while degrading, they will generate biogas. And this biogas consists of 70% of methane and about 30% of carbon dioxide. On rough we can say 70:40 the proportion. So that biogas or that methane is a combustible fuel, and while burning it won't give any soot or ash. So if we are using biogas just like LPG, our kitchen will be clean and hygienic. And moreover that LPG is becoming very costly nowadays, and as compared to that biogas is very cheap. And the raw material for this biogas production is only waste. It is free of cost, and everywhere, yeah, everywhere waste is generating. So we don't need to have any particular thing, or we don't need to invest more for the raw material for this also. And for slow degradable materials like dry leaves, woods and all are comparatively slowly degradable, because it will take a long time to degrade, because its degradation, the microbial activity will take a long time. So we are going for bioincineration. Bioincineration is like incineration process only, but in a scientific way without polluting our environment. And also recycling of non-degradable materials like plastics, promoting this biodegradable plastics and recycling of glass type things. Then All India Biotech institutional bioenergy plans. To meet the necessities of different beneficiaries, we can't go for a same type of plant. So different type of digesters are there. They are fixed dome digesters, tube digesters, lagoon digester, RCC, module type plant and floating dome model. I will show you the pictures of this. In this floating dome model, that is on the this one, and here this blue color is the main digester, and this yellow color shows the floating type cover, so that inside the gas is generating, biogas is producing. So we can, it is visible that if biogas produces, then that yellow color gas holder will rise up, so we can know whether gas is there or not. And this is a fixed dome digester. For example, if there is not that much space to set up a big plant and all, then we can go for, it is a prefabricated one. By sightseeing and all, it is fixed dome digester. Then tube digester are also there. Tube digesters are low cost projects. Lagoon digesters, we can see some ponds and lagoons which are like highly polluted, water is highly polluted, and we can't, and municipalities are not even taking any action to clean that lagoon or ponds and all. So from there also, as the waste is being dumped into this, like slaughterhouses and all, they are dumping waste to such only. So these lagoons, while we are covering it with a gas collector. Then RCC digesters. For example, if the place is of highly marshy, like marshy land and all, then such type of cases we can go for RCC digester. And module digester is portable one. Then why All India Biotech projects is needed? What is the need of this scheme? Why we are doing this? Like, it is the simplest and the effective waste disposal method. For example, if we set up a domestic biogas plant in our home, we don't have to carry this kitchen waste and all to anywhere else, or we don't have to dump it to the roadside and all. We don't have to give a threat to the environment. If there is a biogas plant in our home, then directly we can put all the waste into that biodigester, and there are two outputs. One is the biogas and second one is the manure also. And thus we can improve the health and hygiene in the polluted environment. We can produce organic manure, and moreover that generation of bioenergy. So that for example, like 1 cubic meter of biogas is equal to 0.5 kg of LPG. That is, we can say 50% of our LPG consumption also. Waste disposal technologies by other organizations. Then why we are important, and what is the advantages or benefits that we are having from compared to other organizations? There are organizations which are into this field of waste management. Either their output is organic manure only, that is, there won't be any energy recovery like biogas, then to electricity, there won't be any energy recovery system. So organic manure will be the only output. There won't be any emission control system, and usually they are mainly looking onto the solid waste treatment. Nobody is caring about the waste water treatment also, but in our technology, we are caring about both solid and liquid waste. Then contributions of All India Biotech in bioenergy project. We are redefining the concept of biogas. We all know about gobar gas and all. That is, what is the problem? We can treat the cow dung only, and every day we have to mix it, and we have to feed cow dung into that. In this, it is a scheme for common man, and there is no need of cow dung for regular operation. Once it is activated, then the only input we need is the waste, that is the kitchen waste or any waste that is generating in our home, in our house. Anyway, for example, if there is a 1 to 5 member family, maximum 2 kg waste will be generated per day. It is sufficient for producing biogas for 2 hours. And for 2 hour biogas is enough for cooking all the things for one family. So by that time we don't have to depend more on LPG also. Then there is no need of any microbial culture for regular operations. Once it's activated, there is no need of microbial culture. It is affordable too. And it is from domestic level to the institutional level. That is, in our house we can put a biogas plant, not only in our house, in hotels, in hostels, and in markets, slaughterhouses, everywhere we can put a biogas plant. The thing is, the size will increase. In the domestic one, it will be a small one, like 1 cubic meter size, but as going through the institutional, it may be 100 cubic meter or 150 cubic meter. All India Biotech projects are available in different ranges. There are premium quality projects which are highly high-tech designs are there, highly completely automatic are there. Then budget projects are there, that is semi-automatic, and low-cost projects are there, that is manually operated one. That is also depending upon the need of the beneficiary we are doing, which plant and all. There are manually operated, semi-automatic, fully, and high-tech designs are also there. Then, if we implement anything, the first thing that comes into our mind is what is the benefit that we are getting from this. First one is the biogas, as I told, then liquid manure, bio-manure, and also environmental credits, carbon credits and all. And these are the two things that we are marketing, that solid organic manure and liquid organic manure. And the services that are provided by All India Biotech are consultancy, that is, if there is an inquiry, consultancy, then feasibility study. In a blind way, we don't suggest you have to put that plant or you have to put this one, then to generate this much. We will conduct a survey, and according to the amount of the waste generated and according to the type of the waste generating, we will suggest a project, and then project supervision will be there, and the help of All India Biotech will be from there, from the very first step till you get the biogas, and from there to electricity. And our achievements at a glance, like projects are approved by MNRE, the Government of India, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and subsidies also available for our projects. If it is a big institutional projects, about 30 to 50% of subsidies available from MNRE. And we are the winner of Ashton Award, Green Oscar Award 2007, winner of Energy Conservation Award 5 times of Kerala State. Our all products and all projects are patented, and the first waste to electricity projects is in Kerala. That is set up in 8 years back, and till now it is working properly without any problem. And this is that for contacting and all. Hope you people...
Gil to kindly enlighten the audience with the concept of green buildings.
Green buildings. Today we talk a lot about green buildings, but actually we do not talk about a building. We talk about things which are going into it, okay, a panel, so many other things which are going into it, but not the building itself. Now a building is designed for a human body comfort. A normal person, each one of us, goes into a home and wants to relax over there and have a comfortable area to sit in. Now, how is the comfort? Comfort is with respect to the body, that the body is thermally comfortable inside the building. As soon as he enters the building, he feels comfortable. His eyes do not get blurred by high light or low light. He can easily move around in the building. So I'll just take up a few points related to the building in itself, and then we shall go into how the green part of it is. First of all, the design of the building with respect to the lighting. Now, we can bring in light into the building from various points. That is the windows, the ventilators, and from the north side. Now, the sun is normally on the south side of the building. It travels from east to south to west. So when we take the south end of the building, the sunlight can be reflected off a sunshade into the ventilator and then reflected off the bottom of the roof into the building. Now the glare of the sunlight won't come in, but the light will come in. Again, the sunlight can be reflected from the bottom, the outside flooring, through the window into the building. The direct sunlight will always cause a glare within the building. It will be too high for the eyes. So you will tend to close your eyes in case you're standing directly in the sunlight. So the same is within the building also. When you're bringing the light in, it should be diffused in the nature. We have always heard in industrial systems and all, north light system. that the roof sheds are north light. Now, north light is again not the direct sunlight, it is the indirect sunlight which is coming in. On the other end of the windows, I've shown a complete glass wall. So that is the north end of the building. So in the north end, you can give a complete glass wall for bringing in maximum light as you wish to lighten up the building. So other ways can be with respect to the basement or any building which you cannot give a window or anything. Today there are ways by which you can reflect the light into that area. Now reflection can be through a pipe. The pipe can be an aluminum pipe which is so coated that it reflects the light inside. It has a glass cover on the top. Or other means of reflection of the natural light into the building can be used. All these I am discussing because while designing the building, first of all, you have to see how you can cut down the energy in the initial stage. Only then you think about how to generate energy or where you're going to save the energy. So these are means and ways to first initially cut down on the required energy of the building. We say with respect to a building that around 90% of the energy is consumed by the air conditioners. The balance 10 to 15% is consumed by the fans and the tube lights and the electrical components of the building. When we say putting up a solar panel or anything, a solar panel is a very good option, but it's not cheap. So in case in a normal building, you're going to be putting up a solar panel of say 10 kilowatts, and by efficient planning of the building, you can reduce that 10 kilowatts to say 2 kilowatts or 3 kilowatts, then you have already saved on 7 kilowatts of energy. In the normal course also, in case you had generated energy and sent to the building, now you would be bringing in 70% lesser energy to the building. So you have to first design the building so that it consumes the minimum energy and then go in for concepts which can provide energy to it in various forms. We have come up with many things today. Everyone talks about LED lights, CFL lights, and some are forgetting the basic tube light. I've seen so many places where people just say, okay, put these many LED lights or these many CFL lights. And still, on the working table, there's not enough light. Your eyes are basically straining to read. Or in the area you're standing, you're not that comfortable with respect to the visibility all around you. It puts a strain on your eyes. So a building has to have a comfort level for the human body. That includes its eyes. So I would say, yes, go in for LED lights, CFL lights, but where it is really required. Yes, LED lights can be there in the garden and all, where during the night time you are not looking at places where you do not want too much of light. But it should be enough for a person to move around and see a few things. CFL lights, again, they are very good in the sense that, yes, they are consuming lesser light, but again, the distribution of the light all around in the building, it does not distribute to a large distance. The concentration of its light is at a smaller local area. So within a smaller local zone, it does give a good light. But as you move away from that local zone, the intensity of the light decreases. So in the same room now, instead of putting a 1 CFL light of say 12 watts, you are going to end up putting 6 CFL lights or 8 CFL lights. Now that 12 into 6 is going to become more than the power of a tube light. So you have to really calculate first what you intend to use and why you intend to use, not just the fact that, yes, this is a new concept, this is a CFL light, this is a LED light, and let's go and put it everywhere. I've come across people who have said, we have replaced everything with CFL lights. We have replaced everything with LED lights. Have they really calculated the benefits out of it? They should be used, but in areas where they are required, but not in areas where they are going to be a strain on your eyes. Over there, I would say the tube light is still the best. With 28 watts or 40 watts tube lights, covers up a much larger area than say 4 or 5 CFL lights. So ultimately you will find the CFL light is consuming more power than a tube light. You have replaced it thinking in mind that you have put up a 12 watt CFL light, but when you have put up 4 of them, that is 48 watts, instead a 32 watt or 28 watt tube light is consuming lesser light. So you have to really calculate all these things and then move ahead in a building and not just go ahead with the concept that these new things have come up and let's put them there. Now I shall come with respect to the buildings. Again, the comfort level, when we say that the person should be comfortable sitting inside. Comfortable sitting inside means he should not feel too much variation of temperature within the building. Previously, in case I see many of the old buildings and all around Delhi and others, they all had corridors around them. The building had a corridor around them. All the sunshades and all were large. They were 3 feet or 4 feet going outside. With the new building bylaws coming in, they have reduced the real meaning of sunshade. A sunshade means it's shading the building from the sun. Today we go to the building department, they say the sunshade is only to be put on the window and it is to be of. So when you are going to only put it on the window, you are looking at just shading the window. In the older buildings, if you see, they have say you go to Rajasthan, the various palaces and all, you will see they have an all-round sunshade going in the building. Nearly all the old buildings have it all round. They are covering the walls also. During summers, your walls are getting hot. That heat they're absorbing. Each wall has a thermal gradient to it. That is, over a certain time period, the heat will slowly go into the building.